up, and welcome back to Dolphin Media Zone, DMZ. I did it backwards. What's up, Big C? Talk
What
to
up? What up?
me.
What up? Glad to be here. Wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
Oh my,
Man, what a tough weekend. What
what?
a tough weekend. Perfect name of a show, DMZ, Dolphin Media Zone, going after TMZ, drama. Is there a team in the NFL with more drama right now?
No, there's no. I cannot think of it, dude. We are getting drugged through the media. I'm like, oh God, I had to. I couldn't even do my show Monday morning. I couldn't even do my normal Miss Phins show on Monday morning. I was so pissed. I just couldn't. I couldn't believe it. I was so pissed, dude. It was not about to be PG. That's all I know. It was not
Yeah, I'm
about
right.
to be because damn,
Very good this year. I don't
this
think anybody expected the performance that we got out of our team. Even if you
absolutely
thought
not.
we were going to be terrible, I don't think anybody thought we'd be that.
I agree.
Please
I
fire
agree.
Chris. Listen, that might happen sooner rather than later.
But do you really think they're gonna pull the trigger like that, man?
New England at home. If he
I don't
does
know.
it with Stephen Ross in attendance, Stephen Ross having his little skybox in the sky with all his little friends, and Dan Marino in there and his business associates, and we lay another egg like we did this Sunday,
At
I think there's a
home?
good chance. At home,
Oh, by the way, so fun fact: Miss Finn, aka me, and Dan Marino share the same birthday. So our birthday is actually this upcoming Monday, the
yep,
15th. So that weekend, he's celebrating his birthday, right? Just like I am.
yep. Mhm.
If we lay an egg this weekend versus the Patriots of all teams, dude, my super realistic prediction is coming through because I had us losing all the first three games. And now did you see the Jets, bro? Now I'm thinking we're gonna go 0-4. If we don't take care of the Patriots, we might go 0-4 to start the season.
Well, yeah, I
That's
mean,
too
it could
much.
definitely get real ugly. It could get real ugly real quick. I mean, this wasn't, you know, Tua deserves all the criticism in the world, right? But this wasn't just a Tua loss. This wasn't just Tua playing
Mm-mm.
bad. We lost every phase of this football game, whether it was special teams, roughing the punter. You know what I mean? We had some good returns, but roughing the punter, giving the Colts a fresh first down when we finally made them punt. Uh, Defensively, they made Daniel Jones look like Peyton Manning
A
out there,
franchise quarterback, dude.
just picking you apart. And then you had Tua's performance. The offensive line was terrible. The only one on offense that even remotely had a decent game was A-Chain. You know what I mean? And of
Oh,
course,
but
we
now it wasn't just
abandoned the
him.
run.
Ollie
Well,
Gordon didn't
Patrick,
even get a
Pat,
chance.
yeah,
Ollie
he only
Gordon
had
did
two
good
carries,
and then benched. I was
two
like,
carries.
it was unreal, man. How disgusting we came out. Top and bottom. And you know me. I love my defense. But boy, even the defense, I'm out here questioning like, what happened?
Yeah,
All these missed
and
tackles. I- Mm-mm, mm-mm.
just no
Absolutely disgusting.
no pressure whatsoever. Like I expected open receivers. I expected that because I thought that our defensive backs were lackluster at best. You know what I mean? And now we got Storm Duck out, who was supposed to be our number one corner, But in reality, he's a number 3, number 4 corner on any other team. And now he's out. You know what I mean? This is
Dude,
absolute a disaster.
not even just that. We have Storm Duck out. We got James Daniel, who we just signed to a 3-year contract, out. And from what I heard, Waddle is dinged up, but he's always dinged up. And
Yeah.
then you got Tyreek, another one that's always dinged up. We gotta talk about his off the field stuff that is just insane to me. I'm just
Austin
like I'm
Jackson.
trying to Austin, another one, like we don't have a right side on our line.
Yep.
We literally don't have a right side to our own line. We have no secondary, no right side to the O line. Patrick Paul was probably he looked decent here and there, but also too like
Well, I think
it
he
was a
graded
little
out
bit.
PFF, and I mean, you can take that for what you will. You know what I mean? PFF he graded out at 84. So PFF grade, he had a really good game. Jonah struggled. He had his moments where he was decent, but overall, I mean, we couldn't get a realistic take on what the offensive line was truly going to be because we didn't run the ball enough. I think we had 11 carries total. I think HN
It
had
was
9 and Gordon had 2. You know what I mean? But we fell behind. We fell behind a lot. You know what I mean? We fell behind quick.
but
So
why did
I mean, I don't.
we had
Well,
no business
we
behind the way that we did. It was atrocious.
well, yeah. That first, I
Atrocious.
had pulled it up on my channel earlier. That first pass that Tua sailed, if he completes that pass like he normally does, that's a pass he completes 90 out of 100 times, right? That pass over the middle of
Facts.
Tyreek. Tyreek
Facts.
had no one in front of him. No one in front of him. He was scoring. He had a clear path to the
Absolutely.
end zone. He was scoring. And that would have completely probably changed the game. But Tua is so mentally weak that once that first interception went, and that's why we see Tua commit turnovers in bunches because he's mentally weak. He struggles to come back from his mistakes. If he starts out slow, you know it's going to be a bad day overall. As soon as that first pick happened, I knew it was a wrap. For
I
first
couldn't
10
even
minutes of the
believe it,
game.
bro. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, how many times have we seen him zip that ball through? And then to sail it, and this is the part that pisses me off because they don't use in this offense, they don't use tight ends. We don't have tall receivers. So you're throwing these midget receivers, these passes that a 6'6", 6'7" receiver or tight end can get. You're throwing it to Tyreek. I mean, the man's got hops, but he's not. He doesn't have a 80-foot vert like 80-inch vert. Like no,
Well, I'm pretty
it
sure the
is.
pass was late too. I mean, the pass ended up
Oh,
being behind him. So I mean, it was a terrible pass altogether. And
it
then of
was
course
late.
Daniel's going
It
down the third play of the game offensively for us. That that right side of the line was atrocious. The Tua fumble. I mean, how many free blitzers did they have coming in? You know what I mean? Just it seemed like he had no time. Tua was trying to move up in the pocket, fumbled the ball. He's terrible at fumbling. You know what I mean? He
no,
drops the ball
I think
constantly.
his career, he's maybe recovered like three, and his whole career. And I'm like, if you even think about it, though, the sadder part is it was confirmed he was the second least pressure quarterback out of all the quarterbacks that played this weekend. The second least pressured. Bro, what are we doing? You clearly, we're not going to have the best line. We know this. But why is it that every other team can manage? Other quarterbacks can. Daniel Jones can manage. And forget it because it's the Dolphins and we don't have the quarterback that can make the plays we need. We don't. It is so sad to me.
And Daniel
how
Jones, to be honest, didn't
difficult.
even play that great a game. We were just that bad. I mean, if you look at some of the passes that Daniel Jones had, he missed targets, but they were so wide open that they still made up for it. You know, there was a couple passes where he completed the pass, but it should have been a touchdown if he would have threw the ball properly, put it where it needed to be. But we were so bad it didn't matter. It did not matter. This team had no fight. Even Mike McDaniel not challenging the Tyreek catch on the side of the field. You know, why did we not
That
challenge
was a
there? Did you have to lose?
that was my point that pissed me off. I'm like, there's nothing you could lose. Challenge the freaking play. And I'm like, and then we just run another play, and I'm like, I can't believe this. I can't. I can't believe this. I can't take it. This man clearly doesn't know. He's got the worst percentage in challenges out of all head coaches in the last 4 years. I just don't understand. I don't get it why he didn't challenge that. I don't understand. And then there was something else we were talking offline. What was it that one play? Oh God dang it! It hurt me so much. I just couldn't believe it, man.
I'm not sure.
I gotta
We're
I
talking
gotta
about a few
think.
different things.
Yeah, we were. But regardless, this was such a horrible performance. Oh, now I remember. We had this is what I was gonna say. We had 3 months since the schedule was released. You have the most amount of time to get ready for any game. It's the first week. Out of all the weeks, because you only get like 7 days, sometimes 10,
Mhm.
depending if it's you know what I mean. You got 3 months, and this is the garbage you put out there. We come out of the half, we can't even make adjustments. Let's be honest. We got blown out and we only scored that garbage time touchdown because they went on prevent defense. The same crap that Dak Prescott does all the time for the Cowboys. They'll be losing by 40, but in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left when they have no chance of winning, he'll drop 3 touchdowns. Hey, I did my job. Let me get my stats. I did my job. I can't tell you. And then you have Tua out here calling out people like, "We'll see who's gonna show up for film stuff."
Yeah, that was a joke statement. Like
I
that
was
was
like, "Is
absolutely
this man
retarded.
for real?" I was like, "This can't be real life right now that this man is saying this." Him, who is
Yeah.
the sole reason on the field we lost that game. Let's be honest. You gotta give him 80% of that. Because you take away those
I'm not gonna go that high. He deserves his fair share, but that defense was
okay.
absolutely atrocious also.
Oh, 100%. And I love our defense. What the hell happened to our run stopping line? What happened to our DTs? Where is Chop Robinson? Did he even was he even playing? I don't even think I heard his name once in the
30,
entire game.
oh, he jumped off sides. You heard that. 37 point something PPF grade for Chop. Zach Sealer, 52% or 42%.
You couldn't even make
Absolutely
this up, even
atrocious.
if you
The
want.
offensively
Disgusting.
was Tua's fault. Absolutely. But there was no excuse for our defense making
No,
Daniel
none.
Jones look like he's a football god.
Bro, he looked like a pro bowler. I was like, is I people were trolling obviously, but I saw online they had like, is it time to put Daniel Jones into the MVP conversation? I'm like, oh my god, this makes us look so bad, dude. It makes us look so bad. Like I just couldn't. I'm trying to find a way to understand how on earth we had that kind of a game because it just doesn't make sense to me. and then
You're
Tua,
you're not
and
going to find a real reason because this team is too talented to put up a showing like that against a team like the Indianapolis Colts. If this was the Baltimore Ravens we were playing, if this was the Philadelphia Eagles we were playing, okay, I get it. They're two of the best teams in all of football. But the Indianapolis Colts, we have too much talent on this roster to be putting up performances like that.
you're 100% right. But I said this. I said this. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to the Colts. They're coming off of their owner just died. They're about to put them in a ring of honor. They're about to have this, emotional like game and whatever. They just got a new quarterback, and I can't believe that it came true. I just didn't. I thought if we were gonna lose, it would have been like a field goal, maybe because our kicker couldn't get it because our kickers from the practice squad, something like that. Like, okay, maybe 23-20, and we just couldn't, or 23-21, and we couldn't kick the field goal to go up by one. That's what I thought. Not no 33-8.
Yeah, I agree.
Jesus Christ, this was so bad. Is this worse? Because I heard somebody ask this question. I maybe it's just I'm a victim of the moment. I heard somebody ask, "Is this the worst game Tua had?" And I'm thinking, absolutely, there's no way he had a worse game. But then somebody mentioned the playoff game versus the Chiefs, and I'm thinking, was that the worst game?
I feel
You
like this
almost
was
have to
worse.
say
I feel like this was
you
worse.
almost yeah, you almost have to say like that one. Yes, maybe because it's the playoffs, so it has that element to it. But and he had what, I think the first time ever NFL history in a playoff game, 10 yards or something like that. I'm not even kidding. Like first half, 10 positive yards,
Yeah, I
and
still think I think this obviously that game was it meant more, but
of course,
I mean he played worse in this game against lesser talent. Again in a dome on you know what I mean like
one
no
thousand
elements
percent.
no elements that are holding him back. It wasn't -8 degrees. We weren't playing an elite defense. We you know what I mean
Thank
like
you,
there
thank
was
you.
no excuse for this. No
We were
excuse
playing in a
whatsoever.
dome, in a dome. Guys, hit that like button. Shout out to Lewis. I see you, Lewis. He's like, this dang team makes me sick. Let me rephrase that. This QB makes me sick. And
I
he
mean,
sucks.
the whole team made me sick. This every aspect, coaching, general manager not getting us the proper players. Of course, the quarterback absolutely done sticking up for Tua Tagovailoa whatsoever. And I was never the
Oh, okay.
hugest Tua fan. You know what I mean? I just
I hold up though, because you and I have gone back and forth on this one. You were very pro Tua. I was like in the middle of the road, but you were
yeah,
pro
I felt
Tua.
that I felt that we could win with Tua. And there's times that it looks like he is a good quarterback. He has those moments. He has those moments where he looks like he's a top 10 quarterback. Honey, there's too many of
Oh,
these
I wanted to
moments.
give you the.
No, there's just too many of these moments, and it's not getting better. You would think that over time you would learn from your mistakes and get better, and it's not happening. It's not happening. This was the worst game that I've seen Tua play. This is the worst. Absolute
Oh,
worst. When expectations
oh,
are high, you had forever and a day to prepare for this defense where weather wasn't an
nothing.
issue, the opponent wasn't the issue. This was you just being terrible. And I can't co-sign that anymore. This has nothing to
You,
do with injury. You had you had your weapons. Like there's nothing else I can say about it.
and I'll say this. I I agree with you. It is so sad the fact that this is the kind of performance we got from the team. You almost thought that we were playing a practice game. Like it literally felt like we were still in like our fourth preseason game. That's the feeling I had with this one. That's how I felt. I was like, I mean, this is probably it, and this is probably why. You know, we we have it this way because guess what? It's a preseason game, so we're not going full hard. We don't want to get injured or nothing, right? Like everybody always says. And then you're looking at it and you're like, how is this even possible? How do we play this way? So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Absolutely horrible. This was by far one of the worst games I've ever experienced as a fan. And there's no excuse. Top to bottom, defense sucked. I don't know what happened with the defense. That's probably what hurts me the most because I almost like fine. Offense is always gonna suck, but I can always count on the defense to do to do their job. We may not stop them to 12 points, but we'll do league average. It's usually between 22 to 24 points. But bro, you gave up 30 plus. Nah, this is on you. How many missed tackles, Big C, did we see? How
It
many
was just
missed assignments? And you're like, bro, how is this guy wide open?
it's just atrocious. This front seven was supposed to help our young defensive backs out, and they did none of that. None of it. You know what I mean? Like I expect that performance from our corners. We have no experience. You know what I mean? Razul Douglas, come on, he was still a free agent for a reason. Uh,
Facts.
Jones, Storm Duck, like I never had faith in these guys, and I allowed myself to think that you know this front seven was gonna be good. You know what I mean? Chop Robinson came on at the end of last year, so I'm expecting big things from him. We're getting Bradley Chubb back and Jalen Phillips. And last time we seen them healthy, they were playing at a high level. So I was
Agreed.
expecting big things from them. Zach Sealer. Zach Sealer just got a new deal coming off back-to-back 10-6
You
seasons.
just got paid.
Never expected him to have a PFF rating that low. You know what I mean? Kenneth Grant,
If
I'll give a pass. He's a rookie, you know what I mean? He's gonna struggle. He's gonna struggle coming out the block. So I'm not gonna blame Kenneth Grant. You know what I mean? But this team was atrocious at offense, defense, special teams. And I'm not gonna, Tua was at fault for the offense. Absolutely 100%. But I'm not giving this defense a pass. I'm not giving them a pass.
no,
They do not get
no,
a pass
no,
for making Daniel Jones
no.
look that good. I don't care if Tua turned the ball over 12 times, unless he turns the ball over 12 times in his own territory. There's no excuse for them giving up that amount of points to a mediocre Colts offense.
I agree. And I'm not an apologist for the defense. I call them out when the insanely missed tackles and whatever and missed assignments, but this was just on another level. We made the Colts, who have been notoriously a bad team for the last few years, clearly trying to rebuild, trying to get something because they realize maybe Anthony Richardson is not the guy. We're gonna bring in this other dude, and Daniel Jones, Donnie Dimes, to try to see if that's gonna work, spark something. Bro, we made him look like this man has. It's literally vying for a Pro Bowl, like he's gonna end up being in a Pro Bowl. Like we made him look legit. We gave him legitimacy. And then I saw somebody put out there, I think it was PFF. And I'm not even kidding you, bro. They legitimately had. Oh God, if I can find that crap. If I can find it. They literally had the Dolphins ranked 29th and then I saw them put. I think we might have had the Dolphins a bit too high. I'm like, it's 29th. And then you this is and then I'm gonna show you the perfect reaction to some of these Dolphin fans where I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. Because you're not making sense to me. You're not. You're not making sense to me. So now I have to call this particular thing out because it just makes no sense to me. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick so y'all can see this. Where is it? Where is it? Nope. This one. There it is. Look at this. OTAs, don't panic. It's just OTAs. Right? It's just OTAs. Don't panic. Training camp, don't panic. It's just training camp. Joint practice, don't panic. It's just the joint practices. Gosh, you guys are always like so dramatic, right? That's what you always hear, right? It's just preseason, guys. It's not even the real season. Like, what are we? We just lost to the Colts. Don't panic. It's just week one. Like, don't panic. We always lose to the Bills. Don't panic. We're always in the hunt. We can get hot at the end. Like, how many times have we seen this? The cycle continues, and then they posted the Miami Dolphins. Bro, I
You gotta
laughed so
laugh,
hard
not to cry, right?
when I saw they literally Dolphins eliminated. I was laughing because I was crying. Internally, I was crying. I couldn't take it, bro. This is so pathetic. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why. Why do we got to deal with this versus the Colts of all teams?
Well, it's
I said it
it's
on my
really
channel.
it's really not fair. You know what I mean? It's not fair for us as fans. Like I'm really contemplating my my Dolphin fandom just because I'm thinking about my life. I'm 41 years old. I've been a Dolphin fan for 37 years. Since I was a real little kid, and I keep thinking, there's a chance. You know what I mean? Eventually, it's going to happen. Eventually, we're going to get better. And then I think about the amount of it has me contemplating my future. Like, you know, let's say I live to 60. I'm on a countdown now. You know what I mean? Like, what I
Nah,
got
80,
19,
80, 80, bro. Minimum 80. Come on, bro. We want
even
to be here for a long time.
li- all right, even 80. We're on the countdown. We're on the other end, on the other side. You know what I mean? Like, is it never gonna happen? Is it never gonna happen? You know what I mean? Are we never gonna? Because for the last 40 years, it hasn't happened. So, is it not gonna happen? Am I wasting my whole life rooting for a franchise that doesn't really care about its fans? That won't go out and do that, And I used to give Stephen Ross a pass because he'd go out and he'd spend the money. But I don't give him a pass no longer neither. The fact that you've kept Chris Greer here this long after his continuing to make bad draft picks, to continuing to give out bad contracts, I just I can't I can't protect or stick up for anybody in this franchise anymore. I
You
just
can't.
can't do
You
it.
can't. Oh, look at Lewis saying, "Stop! This is an offensive league where the rules of the game dictate what we watch." Buffalo defense give up 40 points without their offense turning the ball over 4 times, but their QB overcame all that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I get you, Lou. I
Listen, I'm
understand.
not I'm not taking away any blame from Tua Tagovailoa, but this defense was atrocious too, and I'm not giving them a pass.
Not today. Not today. They're not getting a pass from me, and I'm always pro defense. I can't give them a pass. I can't. This was so bad of a performance by them.
And I'm not saying the defense is why we lost, not so whatsoever. You know what I mean?
No, no, no,
Not
no,
not
no, no.
whatsoever. but it's depressing that how bad our defense was. You know what I mean? It's not like we had some positives to point out. You know what I mean? They were horrible, and that was supposed to be something we were excited about, right? We were all excited about our front seven. At least, I mean, most of the fan base
Oh,
was.
I
I'm sure
was.
you'll have.
I
I'm sure
was.
you'll have. I'm sure you'll have the some people that no, the whole team sucks. You know what I mean? But I was excited about the front seven. I was excited about their
Dude, we were
potential.
supposed this was supposed to help us with the fact that we don't have a secondary because we're gonna be going after the the quarterback. Look at this. Indianapolis Colts demolished the Miami Dolphins. Like, look, it's adorable doodle. You know what I mean? Love it because
We
it's
deserve
cute.
all that. We deserve everything that we're getting
But
from. You know what I mean?
this is so bad, bro. Like, look at 33-8. Daniel Jones shines as Colts snap 11-game opening day winless streak.
I mean, this
Eating
franchise
the
is a franchise is an embarrassment. We got people on ESPN, Rex Ryan calling our coach Nerd Boy. You know what I mean? Like,
dude. Did you see that?
this is
He
embarrassing.
literally mocked the Mac Genius moniker and then said Nerve Boy or whatever. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Look at this. Look at this. What the hell happened here? I can't even take serious that POS last minute touchdown. We went.
Oh, Achan fought for that. You give that man that credit because he fought to get in that end zone. Achan fought to get in that end zone on fourth down. You don't give Tua no credit or anybody else any credit, but
I'm
give
giving no
Achan the
to
credit
no
for getting in.
credit.
Give Achan some credit for getting in the end zone.
Yeah, for that 2 point conversion, he fought for that 2 point conversion. Well, no, no, no.
No, no,
You're
it's a
right. My
touchdown.
apologies. HN Julian Hills was the one that was for the 2 point conversion. But
Yeah,
HN,
you had
you're
me
right. You're
questioning
right.
myself.
No, no, no. I was questioning me. So my bad. You're 100% right. That's why I got it pulled up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like shout out to HN, the only bright light that we had in this game.
And he
And
had a
then
few nice
again,
runs. He had a few nice runs too.
who else? Ali Gordon. Ali was I'm like, give the kid a chance. Even Tyreek said it, and I watched this video that Tyreek said, and they asked him, what do you think about with the running game and trying to get better in the third down, the money down and blah blah blah. And he literally said, stop giving HN the ball.
Yeah.
And people were laughing. He's like, I'm being super serious. But then I understood I understood automatically understood what he meant by that. He's like, he's not a turned out, he's not a bruiser back. That's what we got Ollie. That's what we got Malik. He's
Yeah.
not that. He's outside his own running back. But shoot, we we have players that can actually do this, and we just don't even use them. Look at this. Look at this. Look at look at this garbage, bro. Look at this garbage. Like, have you no personal pride? Like, what are we doing here, man?
Well, Mr. Tua is over there smiling again after his interception. Like, what's there to smile about? You're taking points off the board. Again, if he would have completed that pass that we've seen him complete a million times to Tyreek, it was an average pass for him. We weren't asking him to do anything outside of his ability. A pass over the middle to Tyreek, you've completed a million times. You
A
sailed the ball
million
over his head
times.
and took points off the board because Tyreek had a clear path to the end zone.
It was so sad, dude. Like, even the stat line: 14 of 23, one touchdown, two interceptions, and obviously he had that fumble loss. But I was told that Tua needs a better O line. He needs more time in the pocket. More time in the pocket for what?
The sale the pass. Now let me ask you this: what's your
Oh
expectations
Jesus,
for this week coming up?
bro! For this week coming up, this is gonna be a statement game because
I see.
talking about
I statement. I don't think they can do anything that would change my mind about this team. And I fully expect. I would not be surprised if Tua comes out and has 4 touchdowns. I wouldn't be surprised if Tua comes out and looks phenomenal because that's what he
so
does, right? That's what he does. He gives the Tua lovers, the people that are just all
are
Tua. He gives
underneath.
he gives us
I
this
had
false
my
sense
brother
of
rolling last night.
this false sense of hope. You know what I mean? And he's done it to me before. He's done it to me before. You know what I mean? That he comes back and he looks phenomenal. He'll come back and have this great game. You'll know if we're really in trouble as a franchise, which I know we're in trouble as a franchise, but you'll know
Thank
how
you.
much trouble we're in if we come out and lay another egg, because that's not what the Dolphins typically do. They usually
No,
come back from this and perform pretty well. They give us this false hope. So if they come out and they lose this game at home and play the way they did against the Colts, we know that there cannot be no hesitation by Stephen Ross. He needs to fire and fire immediately.
Stephen Russ would gain a lot more fan respect, and people would actually stick around if he did clear house. And don't take this team to Buffalo. Screw it. We're already gonna lose to Buffalo. Why would we even try? Why would we even attempt to even like? Ta Nah, nah. Don't take this garbage. Do not take this garbage. But the reason why I say statement game, the only reason, and I'm only talking about Tua. I'm only discussing Tua because at home defenses tend, the backups, especially in defense, tend to play a little bit better just sleeping at home. So I give him that. That might help him get better. I'm giving leeway to the second year, uh DC and his brand new defensive players that he's got. Right, I'm gonna give a little grace. But this is year 4 in our offense with the same head coach, quarterback, and weapons. And let's be honest, the O line has always been the same. We've always had random backups as our starters, and half the O line has always been injured every single year. So it's nothing new. Nothing new. What I mean by statement is Tua better not lay an egg like this again, because they're gonna be burning his freaking jersey in that stadium, because the amount of money they raised the ticket prices this year, bro. I was talking to my friend online, him, his wife, the family, whatever. Dude, they raised the season tickets per person $700. Him, his wife, and his 2 kids. I was like, bro, I don't know if I can. What is that? 28, another 3 grand on season tickets on top of what you're already paying, dude. I don't know if I wouldn't do that. I had another friend was like him and his wife. He's like, I can't do it. I let go of my tickets. They just raised it $1,000 each. For what? For this garbage? Nah, no. I'm like, I get you, man. Don't do it, because this is crazy to me. How they keep
I'm regretting my 500 shit.
bro. If and I had just booked my flight right before this game. I got the hotel, I got the car, I got the plane ticket, I got all of it
Oh,
to
you
go to
went deep.
Buffalo.
You went deep.
Oh, I went super deep. And not just for Buffalo, bro. I'm going to the Jets game and the Steelers game. I was already gonna go to the Jets game and Steelers game, but I'll do the Jets game with Roundtable. And the Steelers game, I'm doing it with 305 Sports Babe. Go shout out to 305 Sports Babe. Ashley, go check her out. Amazing, amazing, amazing sports travel. So I'm doing it with her for the Steelers game. But for the Jets game, I'm like, I was already gonna go to that game. I'm glad that they're doing something. But bro, I got three. First time I will ever be going to like an away game. I've never done this before. When I tell you thousands of dollars, bro, I'm out here thinking, why am I spending this money on this stupid team with this bum quarterback who literally has a performance like he does and has the audacity to call out, I wonder who's gonna show up for film review. Like, bro, you're a joke. I'm over it.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
Jose? I see you. He said Tua is a joke and so are his followers. Matt Clown needs to get fired. Respect to the Bills. This season's already over. No hope. Remember my comment, bro. 100% facts. The season was over before it even started. Why do you think when the schedule initially came out, I went 6-11, 6-11. When I redid it before the season started, that was my super realistic mate. Stayed the same, 6-11. And don't have us go 0-4 and lose because I said this I think a couple weeks ago. The first 4 weeks are the worst for the Dolphins because think about it, bro. It's 4 conference games and 3 divisional games. Everything you need to know about the Dolphins and playoff hopes and all that crap, it's these 4 weeks. It's these 4 weeks.
There's nothing on playoffs aren't even in the conversation for me.
Playoffs?
Not
Did you
not
say
even
playoffs?
not even a bit. Not even a bit.
Bro, you look so depleted. That was me on Monday. That was me on Monday. You should have. I almost called out of work because I was so pissed. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the show. I couldn't do the show. I took a personal day and I did it this morning. I couldn't do the show. I was so mad. I was about to. I was about to not be Miss Fins. It was about to be because I'm rated G, PG. But I was about to put out a viewer discretion advice, hide your children. I'm going off. And I even though I held myself back, I went a little, I let loose this morning. But Monday I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't do it. I don't know how people did their shows and nah, no, no. So I feel you. I know you told me offline. This team, man, the amount of time that we put into this team, the amount of money we put into this team, merch, shows, games. Nah, we don't deserve this garbage. This was pure garbage. It's like they literally thought this was a preseason game and they did nothing. Tua came out there looking like, I'm just here to go through the motions. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That kind of level.
Well, it's
Like,
it's like it's like every this team is they've thrown in the towel in my opinion, and it's like the only one that cares. It's like it's Mike McDaniel and Tua against everybody. You know what I mean? Them two are with each other, and everybody else is like turning on them, and they don't give a shit because they're the lead guys in the organization. You know what I mean? As far as on the field product.
don't.
Like I said, it
I
could get
forgot
really
who I was
bad. Like it could get really bad this week. It really could.
They get
Or
ugly.
again, Tua's gonna give us that classic Tua where he comes out and looks really good. He really good and gives a lot of the fans that false hope. Not me. Not me no more.
That's it. You for sure. You've come to the other side, dude. You get what we've been saying for all these years.
Well, like I said, I've tried to support Tua. I really have. I felt at times like he was a decent enough quarterback that these games were, once in a while games, but for the most part, he was a good quarterback. Not no longer. You're not even beating the not great teams anymore. Before he was at least beating the bad teams, and you know, I could make excuses, and you
You
know,
cooking.
the rest of the team didn't play great against the elite talent. The rest of the team didn't play great when it was cold outside. No longer. No longer is he performing great against the bad teams. He's playing poorly against the bad teams. And I think the Colts are a bad team. I don't think the Colts are more than a 6-7 win team. And I didn't think that we could get worse than what we were last year. But clearly, this franchise is in decline. I thought that we lost 9 games last year because our quarterback was out 6. Well, I no longer feel like that. I never feel. I don't. Are we worse without Tua? Yeah, we are. At this point, we are. But once you get to six wins, if that's your cap, you might as well throw anybody back there. See what you got. See what Quinn Ewers got. You know what I mean? I think Quinn's a couple weeks away from throwing him out there. I don't want to damage him. I mean, Zach Wilson's going to
Yeah, I
perform
wouldn't
no.
either.
Zach Wilson's going to perform no better than Tua. But I fully expect Tua to have a good game this weekend. But again, I'm not holding my breath.
Dude, it's kind of crazy to me because if you think about it, the Colts are not even that good of a team. And to your point, I think you hit it on the nail. At least one thing you can count from Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins. We're gonna beat the bums. We're going to beat the bum. Colts are a bum team.
Mm.
But did you know? And I said this too in my show. In the last 6 years, the two teams we haven't beaten, bro, are the Titans and the Colts. Don't ask me why. And that was another strong reason why I said, yeah, I could see us win, but I'm not gonna be surprised if we lose. I picked on League Wide Wednesday last week. I picked the Colts. I forgot the score. I said 27-17, I think. I picked the Colts to win that game. Even Color was like, what? I'm like, yep, I am picking the Colts. Because at the end of the day, think about it. 6 years, you've shown me no change in beating these two teams. Why am I gonna? It's the same thing with the Bills. Oh, we're gonna destroy the Bills. Please, guys. I love it. I want to troll too. I'm beating no dang Bills. We're gonna get destroyed by the Bills. The part that gets annoying. And don't mess around. And granted, new quarterback, OC for May. Brable is there, but guess what? Brable's another. We haven't beaten Brable. What makes you think we're just gonna go at home and just all of a sudden beat? Like literally, I got us losing this game to the Patriots. I already told my dad. My dad's a Patriots fan. I had to call him. I'm like, Daddy, I can't. This is so frustrating. This team pissed me off so much. I can't. We're gonna lose to you guys. I straight up told him we're losing to the Patriots. Until I see otherwise, we're losing to the Patriots. Show me what's gonna change where I don't have to feel like, okay, maybe we can do something. Maybe we can. Maybe the Colts was just a fluke week 1. The emotions were high or whatever. What's the change? Like, bro, it's crazy. But this is what we gotta see. This is what they want to show us. This is what they want us to look at right here. Ooh, ooh. Look at these new uniforms they're about to drop.
I don't even really like them that much.
Ooh, look at the helmet. They're about to drop. Look at the jerseys. That's the only one I considered if I were to get one. This is the only one I'd get. And I don't even like to get current players jerseys except Mike Get Sexy. Everybody knows that's my guy. But other than that, no. If I can get a custom one that says 88 and I put Get Sexy, I'll do it. Or I'll even put Miss Phins. I'll do that too. But bare minimum, this one. I want to know how much these jerseys are going to be. Are they going to be 120, 130, 150? They should be $50. You know what? They should be $8 for the amount of points we've put up this season. That's how much they should be.
You do a special.
Holy smokes, bro. Uniform equals exactly. What's up, Linda? I see you, Chris. Cat for Life in the building. Let's
I
go. Guys,
wonder
check
how
out
many
Cat for
people
Life.
pre-ordered Tua jerseys.
Dude. Yeah, because I heard that they were pre-selling them or something like that. I I don't feel bad, man. I don't feel bad. And come check out tomorrow at 6. You're gonna find Dean and Cap for the fantasy show over here at Miss Finn's production. Come check it out. It's gonna be great. Can't order till September 10th. That's tomorrow. So Batman will buy 10 of them for $10. Dude, and we're supposed to have these jerseys for the next 3 years, apparently. Did you hear that? It's another distraction.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not in love with them regardless.
I mean, I love
But I
the I
care. I
love
care less. I care less about what the jersey is. Like I care. What are we? Are we scoring points? You know what I mean? Are we putting winning product on the field? Competitive product. You know what I mean? That's what I care about.
I don't think so. So I know we try to do a little structure, but this game was so horrible. This game was so horrible that now I really am curious. So let's talk about next week because we got the Patriots at home, dude. And like we just mentioned, you got Bravel as the head coach. You got Drake May, who is a little timid, but I think now with what's his name with Josh McDaniels, he'll be able to go ahead and make something happen in that offense. They got a questionable defense, questionable secondary, but they're semi decent. You know what I mean? I think I call it Patriots Way 2.0. What do you think? What are you expecting out of next week's game?
I think we either have another performance like we had against the Colts where everything just goes wrong. This team is truly given up on Mike McDaniel. We're truly as bad as what we were against the Colts, or I can see Tua having a 3-4 touchdown game. I could see Tua having that great game where he fools the people that allow him to continue the fool. And I will not be one of them. I will not be one of them. It will not be me. It will not be me that gets fooled by his lackluster play, his terrible play, and just because he has a big game here or there, I'm jumping back on board. You know what I mean? Like that will not be me. So I could see us winning this football game. I could see Tua throwing 3-4 touchdowns, having 270, 300 yards passing. I could see it. But I could also see us getting dumped on too. You know what I mean? I don't really think there's any in between. Like either they really gave up on Mike McDaniel, they really gave up and have no faith in their, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they had a typical Tua shit game and they just for whatever reason played terrible week 1. But this team is not a playoff team whatsoever.
So, your ceiling, I think it was you said 11-6 next week. Is that changing for you? The ceiling?
They're the ceiling. That's a joke. That's a joke. I have zero faith. What? How could I have a ceiling even remotely close to that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I came in trying to be a fan. You know what I mean? I looked at this team
I
last year
know.
that won 8 games, but Tua missed 6. So I thought, we can get back. We can get back and be a decent team. We can make the playoffs. I was wrong. I was wrong. This team is changes need to be happen. Changes need to happen ASAP.
But I appreciate you because you're a man of your word. Um, you can admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like you were definitely very pro Tua, but you come up here and you've seen the light. Not that you've never critiqued him because I know you have. We've gone back and forth on this, but it's kind of funny to me and nice at the same time hearing you say this. Not because I don't want you to be a fan, but because I understand. I know where you are. I was just there a couple years ago, and it just hurts. Like it hurts. Like why are we so emotionally invested into this team? Like that's what hurts. Shout out to Adam S, one of our awesome members. Welcome. JD the Great in the building. Michael Lombardo, welcome. Appreciate y'all coming through, guys. Chris, I see you, Chris. Delusional Patriots fan in the building too. Rolling with Carlos. I saw you earlier, man. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say hello, but welcome, welcome. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, I want you to take a look at the screen, bro.
What'd you say?
You have one of the best content creators in the building. So if you haven't done so already, I need you to get in there and I need you to go check out Fan Posse Podcast. I'm dropping the link right now. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel, guys. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subs ASAP. Next week, we're gonna be doing this show on his channel, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. So you come check us out for DMC. But I need y'all to do me a favor. Go real quick. You can exit out for like a split second, and then go check and go over to his channel, youtube.com/at Fin Posse. Fin Posse. I think that's
Yeah.
real wrong. Go check out. Click that link. I'm putting it here. I'm pinning it to the top. Go check them out. Talk to them about your channel, man. What they can expect.
Well, you can expect a lot less hopium. I'll tell you that right now. Man, I'll tell you, I've been a supporter of this team for 35 plus years. I love this team. I try to see the positives, but I can no longer sit still. And this is this is year 6 with Tua. I can no longer sit here and hope and pray that this guy can get better. He has far and away too many bad games against bad teams now. Before it was just bad games against good teams. And I tried to support him and I
Oh,
tried to have his back because he was the quarterback of our football team. But so much bad quarterback play over the years since Marino's retired has has gave me, we get this quarterback that he shows us glimpses. He shows us glimpses, but continues to let us down. No longer will I be blinded by the light. And I'm seeing it for what it is. I never thought Tua could be a franchise quarterback because he couldn't stay healthy. Now I don't think Tua can be a franchise quarterback because of the play on the field. And it took me a while to get there. It did. But I'm there. I'm there. And we need changes to this franchise now. Massive changes.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Breaking news. I don't know if you've heard this, but the Miami Dolphins have signed Cold Strange. Yeah, I know it happened earlier, but whatever. I'm going to put it now. The offensive tackle that got released by the Patriots and then also released by, what was the other team? I can't even tell you, man. Uh, yeah, we signed the offensive tackle Cole Strange, ladies and gentlemen. I remember when that boy got drafted so high by the Patriots. I laughed so hard. I'm like, this is a strange pick to be picking this kid who was projected to be in the third round. And I think they got him high in the second. I thought this was hilarious. He was with Cleveland. Dang. Let go by Patriots. Let go by Cleveland. But we got Cole Strange, ladies and gentlemen.
Why not do the smart
Yippee!
thing? Why not do the smart thing? Because the Miami Dolphins can't do the smart thing. Why not go sign Isaiah Wynn, someone who knows this offense already, someone that has performed decently in this offense? Why not go get Isaiah Wynn? Oh, because that would be the smart thing to do, right?
That was a little mini crash out. I see you. I see you, man. Look, for this game next week, this is gonna be, and I said this earlier, this is gonna be a trying game. This is gonna be, you're right. Pick a coin, flip it. We could either score 4 touchdowns by Tua. He might even run one in. 3 in the air, 1 on the ground, just to be ridiculous. You know what I mean? And we win by 40. So Dolphin, right?
Yeah.
Um, or we put out the performance we did versus the Colts. And guys, if we lose to the Patriots the way we lost, if we get destroyed by the Patriots, I'm with you, man. They gave up on this. They gave up um on this head coach. 1,000%. Raphael in the building. Let's freaking go, Miami Dolphins. Run, Burgundy boys. Burgundy, run, Burgundy boys. Love it. What's up? How you doing? How you doing, Raphael? Hey, Cat in the Hat. Yeah, I don't know. What? Give me your score prediction, dude. What do you even think we're gonna end up getting? What do
Uh
you think we're gonna end up getting?
Man, I can't even begin to tell you. I can't I can't even begin to tell you. Like I said, it's so I have no idea what this team I've I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't know what to say. Like I said, I think there's too much talent on this roster to perform the way they did against the Colts. But at the same time, like if they're really out on McDaniel, if the players are out on McDaniel, who knows how bad it could get. But then again, we've seen the Tua games where he goes out there and plays phenomenally after such a bad performance. So I have no idea. I can't even begin to guess.
Dude, we gotta do it. I need your power ranking, bro, because I saw the dang Colts who were ranked like 28th in somebody's power rank go all the way up to 17th. I was like, this can't be real life, bro. This can't be real life right now. So we gotta do the power rankings real quick. Guys, give us your power ranking. Give us your power ranking. Which are the bottom 5 teams, bro? Put it out there, man. Put it out there.
I'm gonna say this. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say Saints right now, 32.
Okay.
The Dolphins 31, Browns 30, and I'm doing this off the top of the head. Uh Carolina 29. How many is that? Is that four?
You got Saints, Dolphins, 31, 32, 32, 31, 30. Who was the third team you said?
Browns. Browns and Carolina could be interchangeable. Um,
Carolina. And then Browns. And
and
then
then
28th would be what?
um, maybe the Giants if Russell Wilson's still the quarterback.
Damn. Yeah, that was crazy. For my bottom, I gotta start 32. Um, I actually, I don't know. It's a toss up for me between the Panthers and the Saints. If I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yeah, I
the
forgot
bottom
the
five
Titans
team.
too.
Damn, that's another good one. Yeah, I think for me, I gotta go. I gotta go. I think Panthers. I gotta go 32nd. I just can't. Panthers, I gotta go 32nd. I'll give you Saints 31st. I'm dropping the Dolphins back one and putting them at 30, even though I feel like we're literally the worst team in the league, but I just can't right now. 29th. Oh, shoot. I don't even know if I could put the Browns on this. Honestly, like, I'm trying to think.
I gotta use the bathroom really bad.
Go ahead, go ahead. Let me go solo here. Let me go solo real quick. Go ahead. Um my bottom five, I'm definitely gotta go. I think I gotta go Giants after this. Yeah, Giants are just. And then I don't even want to put the Texans up there because I don't think the Texans were that bad. The Lions could be a candidate, but nah. I think I gotta go Titans on this one. I think I gotta go Titans on this one because yeah, this is gonna be my Miss Phins. Dolphins are 32nd. Look at what your eyes are seeing. Man, I'm trying not to. Uh, I can't because the Panthers were way worse than we were. Panthers were way worse. You know, Panthers were worse, dude. But you have to. It's okay. Bro, are you consoling me while I'm doing this? Damn. Maybe I do need to change this. Like, oh no. Maybe I do need to change this because, oh man. Panthers gave more effort. Fine, you got me, bro. I'm not even gonna. Dolphins. There you go. I'm gonna do Dolphins. I'm gonna do Panthers. Then Saints. Giants and Titans. Yeah. So I got Dolphins, Panthers, Saints, Giants at 29, Titans at 28. So those are gonna be my finally great assessment, Miss Fitz. Get the heck out of here, bro. You're funny. So yeah, so I got it. I don't know. I had to change it. I got convinced. Dolphins are 32nd, man. After this performance, I gotta go. I gotta go. 32nd for the Dolphins. Panthers 31st. Saints 30th. Giants 29th. And Titans 28th. So those are the bottom five teams right now that I got. Do you think anybody, I mean, points wise, just looking at it, at least we weren't the least points on the board. That would be the Giants. But the performance was so bro, the Giants didn't even get blown out as much as we did. That's why I can't even put the Giants that low, you know?
At least the Giants have some positive things to look forward to. At least you got maybe a
Exactly.
franchise quarterback on the bench. You got a young wide receiver. You got a pretty decent defense. I mean, Washington's a good football team. So they got beat by a good football team. We got beat by the Colts. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a good football team that did this to us. This was the Colts. So if you got the Dolphins ranked 32, I can't blame you. I cannot blame you. I cannot stick up for this team no longer. I can't do it. There's no reason for it. I can't do it. This team is beyond anything that can be helped at this point.
I
The
just
only
love
way
the
that
mini
this
crash out.
the only way that this team can change my mind is if they go on a 6-game winning streak and dominate. Other than that, I'm out. We need to make changes. The sooner the better. Let's go.
I love it, bro. Your mini crash outs, I love, man. They're amazing. They just made me laugh. But honestly, I'm laughing because I'm gonna cry. Bro, I'm gonna cry. We said this early, didn't you say it? You almost want to cry because you're trying not to laugh. You almost want to
You
laugh.
gotta laugh, not to cry. You got
Exactly. There
to.
you go. It's rough, dude. It's rough. So that's exactly where I'm feeling right now. I think these are really good. So Big C got the Saints at 32nd, Dolphins 31st, Carolina 30th, Browns 29th, and Giants 28th. So we got some good bottom ones. Now let's talk of our power rankings, our top five teams. These are the teams where I almost feel like it's you have the expectation, of them, and they actually delivered. And I'm sure there has to have been like somebody that maybe over delivered. So where are we? What do you think as far as like your fifth best team you think that came out of this weekend?
The fifth best. Oh, geez, you're killing me. Um,
Or we could start 1 through 5. You don't gotta if it's easier for you
yeah,
to go
let,
one
let,
through five.
let, let's go. Let's go 1 through 5. I'm gonna stick with
Okay.
Philadelphia at 1. Uh, could they have played better week 1? Yeah, they could have. Dallas played pretty good football though. And the fact that Jalen Carter was out before the game even got started, their best defensive player, you know, Philadelphia, I think, does have issues at the cornerback position, but Jalen Hurts is on that on the verge of becoming elite. Like the things he does with the ball in his hand is his ability to make something out of nothing. There's not too many quarterbacks in the league that can do that. So I got Philly at 1 still. Number 2, and this can surprise people. This team lost. I got the Baltimore Ravens. I got the Baltimore Ravens at 2. Listen,
Okay.
Baltimore was handling the Bills until that final 4 minutes of the game when Derrick Henry fumbled. To me, they're clearly got the better team than Buffalo. Kudos to Buffalo though. A lot of teams could have got a turnover in that and did nothing with it. You know what I mean? Buffalo continued to fight. They won that football game. But I think it's clear that the Ravens are the better team. Number 3, I'm going to go with those Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills, they stuck around. You know what I mean? They got beat up. They let Derrick Henry run all over them. They got to figure that out. But they stuck around in a game that, with 4 minutes left, there's a 99% chance that the Ravens were going to win. Buffalo came back and won that football game. Number 4, I got Green Bay. Green Bay played phenomenal, phenomenal. Parsons is a big addition there. With the Lions losing, I think that might be their division to to steal this year.
Be actually this
And
year.
yeah, and number 5, I'm gonna go with number 5. I'm gonna go Washington. I think Washington got a lot of talent on that football team. Uh, we still don't know what this team is yet because they only beat up on the Giants, but I think Washington will continue to get better. Yeah, that's my top 5 right now.
I like that. I think after this weekend's performance, I think that's an excellent top five. And I like how you prefaced, you know, they lost, but and I almost want to go the same route with you. I'm not this week. I think that this was something that is frustrating. And what I remember we talked about this offline. So I'm with you on Philly. Let me just start out. My number one, the best team, the team that you and I both agree has been the most complete team for the last I haven't seen a complete team like this in the last 10 me personally. The last 10 years of complete offense, defense, special teams, coaching. I haven't seen a team constructed like this in like the last 10 years. With that being said, I have Philly. Like Philly to me, they're good and they're getting better. They just traded for Tank Bisping out of the Jaguars. The rich are getting richer. They understand they have a window and they feel like they can actually have kind of like what Kansas City did a few years ago with Mahomes. They now feel like, okay, this is our window. Let's get as many rings as we can. You know what I mean? I mean, bro, shout out to what's his name? Hurts. Drafted what, 20th in the draft? Has been to the Super Bowl twice already.
Jalen Hurts,
Won it
man. Jalen Hurts didn't
three
even go in
the
the
three
first round.
times.
I don't think
N-
Jalen Hurts wasn't even a first round quarterback. I don't think. I think he was maybe
Oh, you're
third.
right. Second. No, no, no. Second round. Second round. I think you're right, bro. I think you're right. Yeah, dude. So for him to 55th overall, I think it's what he was picked. So right in the top of the second round or middle of the second round. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. So give him props, man, to lead his team to do that. I got Philly. I don't see them going down. I think that they're gonna continue that momentum and they're gonna just get better, get some of their pieces back and things like that. So I love Philly. Um, Now this one's hard for me because I almost want to flip it, but I'm gonna tell you this about this game. That BS 3 pointer that they got at the end of the first, 1 second left. Get the out of here. There was no 1 second said that should have been a runoff, like every other game we've ever seen in our lives. There should have never been no 1 second there randomly for the Bills to kick that 3 pointer field goal. Not at all. But they got it. And
I,
then and that last touchdown where they got clear holding, where you seen the DT coming after Josh Allen, and he's being like you see the jersey pull, and I'm like, where's the flag? Is this man gonna get held the entire time until this boy throws the ball? And he did, and they got the touchdown. That touchdown should have never been there, bro. I'm not saying that they wouldn't have scored a touchdown in the next drive or in the next play, fine, but they should have never gotten that. So
now,
for me,
okay, can I address on real quick? JD says I
mm,
can't put a team in
go
the
ahead.
top 5 that lost last week.
Yeah, you
How
can.
can you put it? How can you put a team in the top 5 that got beat on for 55 minutes of the game? And if it wasn't for a Derrick Henry
Yeah, I
fumble,
don't.
the game would have been over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how you don't think, wins and losses happen. but clearly
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore was the better team. Clearly, for 55 minutes of 60 minutes. And if a fluke Derrick Henry fumble doesn't happen, Buffalo loses by 2 scores. You know what I mean? I just
Okay. Ah, sorry, I just saw something about JJ McCarthy. It was hilarious. The Ravens choked. The Ravens didn't choke, buddy. That was a fumble, and he know he messed up. He cost him the game. Derrick Henry absolutely knows he cost him the game. But again, I just gave you the two ridiculous plays that should have never happened. And it's that kick that should have never happened. That there goes your 3 points. And that touchdown that should have never happened. It should have been a holding offense 5 yard penalty. Even with that, as I'm saying this, actually have the Bills as the second best team in the league right now, but extremely sliver, like a small sliver. They're like 2.1, and the Ravens are 2.2 for me. With that being said, I got the Ravens. I still think the Ravens are a much better team. I don't think the Ravens choked, so I'm not gonna do that.
so if you think Ravens are
But
the better team, how are they not higher in the power rating?
because they lost.
We're not going standings. That'd be standings.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. We're going power rank. We're going power rankings. Maybe you could sway me, but
I
the
don't. I
fact
mean,
that
it's 1 week,
the
but
hardest game that we're gonna play all season. Let's be honest. This is the hardest game they're gonna play all season. The Bills, unless they're playing the Eagles, and I don't think they are. Are the Bills playing the Eagles? I don't think so.
I think they do.
So
Do they?
you think they do? If not, then that's gonna be the.
Maybe
This
maybe
is
they
probably,
don't.
I don't know, first or second hardest team that they're gonna play this season. After that, they got cakewalks. Yes, they do in Buffalo. Okay, so the Ravens were gonna be one of the two hardest teams they were gonna face, and somehow they managed to beat them. I get it. That will be standings, but for me, I see it a little different. I got them at just slightly higher than the Ravens. That's a even though I shouldn't, and you're convincing me not to. By the way, I should have the Ravens second, but yeah, I'm gonna put them there for now as far as the second best, and then Ravens the third best team. As far as the fourth and fifth best team, this one I'm a little bit torn because I want to say the Indianapolis Colts are probably
Yeah, I'm not. You'd like to hope they were. They're closer to that bottom five than they are that top five, which makes it even worse. Even
exactly.
worse.
I know, too. I know, but I just couldn't help myself, like, because it almost makes you feel like, well, hey, listen, they're one of the top five teams in the league. Of course, we're gonna lose to them. You know, I'm just trying to find some sliver, but no, no. Realistically speaking, I think the one of the best games that I saw was actually the Commanders. So I gotta give the Commanders that that nod right there for me. At the upside, I think it's there. I think they have the young quarterback. They got the team around him. Could they use a couple more weapons? Maybe, sure. But I think that the poise that I'm seeing from Daniels, man, it's rare to find in such a young man. You know what I mean? in his second season. Now, is he gonna have a sophomore slump? Is you know what I mean? We don't know. We gotta see the rest of the season, but definitely gotta put. I gotta put the Commanders on there. The other team that I'm gonna put fifth, I actually have the Chargers as a fifth best team. So I let me tell you something. That Chargers game, bro, it made me cry. That Chargers game made me cry because the entire time I was thinking that could have been us. That could have been us. And seeing the resurgence of Herbert, his ability to still find ways to make plays for his team, this could have been us. And unfortunately, it's not. We don't got it. You know what I mean? We don't. And it's frustrating, dude. And the fact that they did this to the Chiefs, I get it. The Chiefs are a lot banged up. Let's be real. They're gonna think of the what do you call it? They're gonna think of the Chiefs as being a bad team this year. They might surprise everybody, win the Super Bowl again. Typical Chiefs, right? But I think I really love the way that they came out, punched them in the mouth, and they actually took this game. They're like, nah, we don't care if you're a Super Bowl champ. We're here. And this was the Brazil game, right? This was the Brazil game. With all that flight, with all that stuff. Yeah. I'm I got the Chargers as my fifth best team. So Big C has Philadelphia number one, Ravens two, Bills three, Packers four, Redskins five. Yes, I said Redskins. And Miss Vince, I've got Philly first, Bills second by almost nothing, Ravens, Redskins, and Chargers. Those are our power rankings, guys, for the top five teams. Which one do you think now? Let's go into our upset of the week. Which one do you think was an upset of the week? Dolphins Colts.
I'm done talking about that game. I think, I think Green Bay, the way that they handled Detroit, I think that was, kind of an upset in my opinion.
It's a good one.
You know, I'm surprised how close Cleveland played Cincinnati, but it wasn't an upset. I gotta say that you gotta feel like the Chargers were upset. You know what I mean? Beating Patrick Mahomes. That's been Patrick's division. That's been the Chiefs' division. So for them to
Mm.
come out with a win, that's got to be some of an upset. But yeah, not necessarily huge upsets, but definitely I had the Lions beating the Packers, and I had the Chiefs beating the Chargers. So
Yeah, I was gonna say the Packers game, honestly, because dude, I had the Lions winning that game. You know what I mean? I expected them to step up. I didn't think that we weren't gonna see as much production from Goff. That's probably what got me the most. Where I was like, "Oh, dang! Like this defense, are the Packers literally one DB away from maybe pushing for the NFC Championship? Like, is that what we're talking about? You know what I mean? So I think, yeah, I'd have to say the Packers Lions game got me because I wholeheartedly thought, yeah, they lost Ben Johnson, right? Ben Johnson. They lost Aaron Green to the Jets. Ben Johnson to the Bears. But I thought that even without their coordinators, that the Lions would be able to still survive, and I think they will bounce back. But I don't think that I expected the kind of defense that I saw from the Packers. Man, they handle that game, and then it. Not to say that it was an upset, because to be honest with you, I forgot who was favored in this game. But bro, that game last night. Did you see JJ McCarthy? Bro. Man, that was a great game, dude. If you missed that game, go watch it. It was a great game. The Bells dominated the first half. Vikings were kind of slow and sluggish, and then you came back second half, nothing but the Vikings. So I thought that was also and I'm pretty sure the Bears were favored at home, not by much, but I will say yeah, that game was definitely an upset. That was a good one. So, what do you think this upcoming weeks? And I'm gonna pull up real quick the week 2, just so you can see it in case you don't know, and for the fans to see it as well. Share this tab. What do you think out of all of this is gonna be the upset of the week?
Um, again, it's still early to decide what teams are truly looking like. Let me see. Jaguars,
So you
Bengals.
got. I'm gonna say it out. Sorry, you got Commanders at Packers, Jaguars at Bengals, Giants at Cowboys, Bears at Lions, Rams at Titans, Patriots at Dolphins, 49ers at Saints, Bills at Jets, Seahawks at Steelers, Browns at Ravens, Broncos at Colts, Panthers at Cardinals, Eagles at Chiefs, Falcons at the Vikings, and then Monday night, Buccaneers at Texans. What do you think?
If I had to pick one, maybe the way the Bears played in the first half. Again, like you don't really know what are the Colts better than what we thought they are, and they upset the Broncos, or you know what I mean?
Hmm. Detroit's
Are
favored
the
by
are the
five and a
are
half
the
points.
are the Lions as bad as what we thought they were? Are is
Mm.
are the Lions better than what they showed in week 1? You know what I mean? So I think it's still real early. Uh shoot.
What if the Jaguars upsetted the Bengals, bro? I think that would be
Yeah, I mean that
yo.
could be that could be a possible upset. Jaguars played very well last week. The Bengals
Hmm.
struggled against the Browns. We know
Did you
that the
see
Bengals
ETN?
typically do struggle at the beginning. Yeah. Yep.
ETN was running up and down last week. This week, I wouldn't be surprised if ETN goes off for another 100 and something yards, maybe even one or two tutties on the ground. Like, I think it's legitimately like if I had to pick one, I think this game might actually be closer than people might think. I mean, Cincinnati home teams are always given 3 points. They're only favored by 3.5 points. So essentially, they're saying this is going to be an even game.
Well, I was going to say the Jets over the Bills too. I see that in the comments, but I don't want to come off as a Bills hater. You know what I mean? Because that's
Oh, I'm
not
a
the
Bills
case.
hater,
You
so
know
I
what I
don't
mean?
care. I'm a proud Bill hater.
The
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills struggled to stop the run. They struggled to stop the run. You're facing Justin Fields, who is a fantastic athlete who can run the football. Brees Hall had a very good game against the Steelers. I could see a world where the Jets beat the Bills. They typically beat them once a year anyway. You know, the Jets have a pretty good defense, at least on paper. You know what I mean? Quentin Williams, Sauce
True.
Gardner. You know what I mean?
True.
I can see a world where they, Buffalo coming off that high drops this football game. But I didn't want to come off as a Bills hater. You know what I mean?
Um, it's okay. We can be proud Bill haters. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be yourself. Like, there's no problem with that. But yeah, I actually think, I mean, take a look at how they played the Steelers this past week. Toe for toe, you know what I mean? With that Steelers defense, yeah. Buffalo is favored by 6.5 points. New York money line is plus 260. Maybe. Jets at home earlier in the season. They're still on that high from getting their new head coach, new GM. So some couple of really good pieces added to that offense. So yeah, I could totally see the Jets winning this game. I'm not saying they're gonna blow them out. I don't see that at all. But
No,
could
not
we
at all.
maybe see another 32-30 kind of game? Last minute they set up for that kick and get, you know what I'm saying, like get that extra 3 points to win. I can see that. I could absolutely see that. Espe- Dude, Justin Fields runs the way. Look at Derrick Henry. What Derrick Henry did to the Bills DTs. I can see Justin Fields doing the same thing. Granted, yeah, I know that's a quarterback, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Brees Hall. Hello? Oh yeah, I could totally see. And I'm previewing these games tomorrow for the ACE show in the morning. I could absolutely see the Jets winning this game at home early. Oof, oof. That's to me. Yeah, and that would be an upset too because 6.5 points. Typically, they think the Bills are probably gonna win by 10 plus points. Mm, that would be. Oof. That'd be amazing if that happened. I'm just saying. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Another awesome, 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 awesome show for DMZ. Dolphins Media Zone. You got Big C from Fin Posse Podcast. You see the link on top. Guys, go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. I need you to do me a favor too. Go um go support the man. This upcoming week, we're gonna have the show on his channel. Gonna see how that goes. I think it's gonna be great because you guys are awesome and you're gonna come over here and support, baby. Yeah. So however, we do it, come support us next week. You're gonna find this show, guys, season long, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Come check it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. And then you already know, Miss Fans. Check me out Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. 8 a.m. Eastern. 8 a.m. ish. 8 a.m. ish. I'm not gonna lie. Uh but guys, uh eh, tell us, man. Big C, what are your final thoughts? What you got for us?
Just struggling with the suffering franchise that we have, but I'll be there to break it down the best I can. Uh Changes need to happen. Changes need to happen.
You think we're already at that point where if we really do go, let's say 0-4 by week 5, we won't see this regime? Or do you think that they're not gonna pull a Salah where the Jets cut them off after 4 weeks? You think they're gonna do that, or you think it's gonna be?
I think that's what needs to happen. I think that's what needs to happen. If we lose to New England in Miami this weekend, they need to do things immediately.
That's what I hope. I agree. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Big C, Men's Fins on DMZ. You like the sound effects? And the crowd goes wild. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming through. You take care, and we'll catch you guys next week over there on Fit Podcast. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.